Hey, and welcome back, everybody, to another pickups video with Jeff from the Suns and Shadows podcast. We got our Kino Lorber sale items in, and we picked up a few things from Hamilton Books and a couple other places. Hey, so let's go ahead and get started. We got some fun items here from Hamilton Books. We got 2-Minute Warning, where if you like your mass hysteria kind of style movie from the 70s, this is definitely the way to go. I also like my Christmas horror movies, so you can't really go wrong with Christmas horror, in my opinion. Well, some are better than others, but I haven't seen this one. This is Saint. I am looking forward to this. I've heard of this one. I haven't seen it, so I'm looking forward to adding this into the rotation. We also like our Katie Sackhoff movies. I'm a big fan of Katie. Also, so we picked up The Last Sentinel. I was just going to point out that this came with the sticker ripped off. I'm pretty sure this came from Best Buy because there's a little yellow spot of the sticker. I'm pretty sure that's a Best Buy sticker. So when they got this over at Hamilton, that's probably how they got it. And then I also picked up an Ultraman movie. I don't know anything about this one. And so this was inexpensive. I mean, most of these were like $5 or less. And then I picked up Kit Harington's Gunpowder. I've seen this before. Nice to add this into the collection for a very reasonable price. Pretty sure I didn't spend too terribly much, but I'd have to look at the receipt. Still comes with the slipcover, and the slipcover came mint in their little bombshell protective packaging that they throw their items in. So that was Hamilton Books. Always be sure to check them out. They got great items. They're usually updated pretty frequently. So check out Hamilton Books. Best kept secret, or now worst kept secret. You're welcome. But Amazon days, I definitely had to pick up a steelbook for Return of Ultraman. So I'm definitely updating the Ultraman collection. Love those steelbooks. They look great. A couple of them are still pricey. Just be sure you're taking a look around at like Deep Discount, Best Buy online, Amazon. Even sort of, you could probably check Hamilton. I didn't go in depth at Hamilton Books for steelbooks, but I do know they have some there for other movies. So if you like your steelbooks, be sure to check them out. That's not a bad call. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into our Kino Lorber titles. Oh, there was one more from Hamilton. That was Heavenly Sword, $1. I've played the game. I'm not exactly sure how this follows or if it does anything else, but it's got Thomas Jane voicing in this. So I'm excited to check that out. I might actually watch that tonight because it's a short one, and I still need to watch Andor. And we also got old classic sci-fi, Ray Bradbury's The Martian Chronicles, starring Rock Hudson. Great miniseries, not so action-packed, but it is a fun sci-fi movie with some good mythology going on. Also, gotta dig the Martin Cove. Got to get that Steel Justice. And like everybody else who's been picking it up lately, I like my comedies and I like Jennifer Connelly. Career Opportunities. And hey, who doesn't love Chuck Norris or Charles Bronson? But this is Chuck Norris with The Octagon with Lee Van Cleef. Watch this with my dad. It's a fun movie. It's not great. It's not bad. Mr. Majestic, Charles Bronson. This is a close favorite of mine next to The Mechanic and Death Wish. Hey, who doesn't like Death Wish? And of course, I like the first one. I'm kind of iffy on the second movie, but the double pack for FX and FX2. Fun set of movies with Brian Dennehy and Brian Brown. And hey, I am definitely down for getting the first one. For the price that this was, it was definitely worth it to split the double feature. And while we were at it, we also picked up Spaced Invaders. We just covered this on our 0 Point review series. So go ahead and check that out. It's elsewhere on this YouTube channel. Also picked up some more older sci-fi kind of cheesy movies. That's going to start with the movie She. And it's going to go to Star Slammer. Yeah, I know. But I like my cheesy B movies. You know, most of them end up on Mystery Science Theater 3000 or go through riff tracks, things like that. But, you know, I'm totally willing to get those. And even more old school, the original 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And reacquired Terror Train. I had the original Scream Factory edition of this a few years ago. I ended up parting with it because at the time I just wasn't feeling like I was ever going to watch it again. But this was at a very nice price. I don't need a slipcover, and this is a better encode from what I understand. I don't know if that's correct. If it's incorrect, put it down below. But for the price, it was definitely worth putting back in the collection. And hey, it's Halloween. What better than a Halloween horror movie? Bad Candy. Haven't seen it, heard plenty about it. I am looking absolutely forward to checking this one out. Hey, between this and Heavenly Sword, the animated one I just picked up, I might be checking that out, but I also need to get, like I said, I need to get caught up on Andor. Well, that's our pickups video. Hey, and thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button below and subscribe. Make sure you stay tuned for all of our videos coming up. We're trying to figure out a new after show. And hey, don't be afraid to check out our podcast. This is our next episode with Brimstone, starring John Glover and Peter Horton. We had a couple great guests join us with Ethan Reef and Cyrus Voris, the creators, writers, and executive producers. Hey, can't wait to get that to you so you can check it out. Hey, can't ask for any more. And thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Make sure you check us out on all of our social media platforms. We got Facebook, Twitter. We are at Suns and Shadows. We're also on Instagram at Suns and Shadows Cast. We are at sunsandshadows.com. Thank you again, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.